We're located in southern end of Surrey County, a little community called Siloam. Farm name is Cundiff Creek Farms, LLC. It is a daughter nucleus. We have gilt finisher for Smithfield. We raise a multiplier. We raise those gilts here on our farm. I've always enjoyed it, and my uncle started it back in the early 70s. He's one of the first ones here in the county. And we took over that farm in '85 and bought it, and then he had some old buildings and refurbished them a little bit and used that for probably 6-7 years. Because I was on the Port Council for 18 years, so I met a lot of good folks through the years on that. Well, I started out, I was a director for 2 terms, 6 years, and then Deborah asked me and I was voted on. I was the secretary treasurer for 9 years, and I went into officer rotation and went vice president and president and immediate past president, so all up together was 18 years. Well, as far as the pork industry, started out, I worked with Deborah Johnson for a number of years and think the world of her, and worked with Andy Curlis, so those two hold in pretty high esteem. I think a lot is to try to explain to people, they're curious, they don't understand. And see, I work a full-time job too at the bank. I'm a senior vice president, loan officer do the agricultural loans, and a lot of people come in, oh, you still got pigs, and I try to explain to them what I do a little bit, on that to expand on the idea, because a lot of people don't have no clue what goes on, none. I've got a wonderful wife and daughter that's here to help me, and so I want to stay healthy and strong, be able to do that, My wife Annette and my daughter Sarah, my family. Yeah, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing it. So.
We met in church. His mother was from Siloam, and they moved back from Kentucky, and we were going to the same church. Well, I think he is very deserving. He is the hardest working man I know. Not only does he work on the farm, he also has a full-time job, and he's very dedicated to those pigs. My job on the farm is I make sure that all the paperwork for the state when they come to visit is properly done. I guess I'm the CFO. I order the feed, I write the checks. I guess the favorite part of my day is when everybody's home. I think the positive motivators is to pass it on and have a legacy. I just hope that Sarah and Brian can continue.
He's a very hard-working fella. He works from sun up to sundown. So at the end of the day, he just loves his pigs and cares for the pigs and his community. So he's actually a deacon at his church and a very involved church member there, and just a community member here in Siloam. And so I grew up on the farm. I didn't know anything other than pig farming. So
She climbed trees real good.
It's really just a family affair, that what we're doing. And I love it. I couldn't imagine any other kind of life. It sounds like I want me and Brian to take over, but I wouldn't mind that either. So I enjoy pig farming. I love the pigs. I love taking care of them and everything. And like I said, I couldn't imagine there not being a farm over there. So. After Dad went off the council, I actually got voted on as a board member, and I've been that for I think 3 or 4 years, so I've actually stepped down this time. But I enjoy my time advocating for our district up here in District 1. And I think a lot of people, forget about District 1 and that we actually have hogs up here. And so I'll tell you, I said I'm probably the only attorney in the state of North Carolina that goes and helps load pigs and then goes to the courthouse or goes to the office and does stuff. And I think that's a unique quality, but it's just, something I know. And it's the only thing I know, hard work.
So my involvement is first being a good husband to my wife on the operation here, but really whenever the Johnson household needs anything, I come in assistance. I grew up on a family farm also, cattle, row crop, timber. We can never see what the future actually holds, but we can kind of prepare for it. I'm looking forward to what agriculture has here in North Carolina for the future. Me and my wife Sarah, what we can do for farming is we're both very integral in 2 family farms. As long as we can keep that legacy going, we don't want to be we want to continue that generation so we can add to the future of agriculture.
Everett Johnson represents the best of the North Carolina pork industry. Care for animals, care for people, care for community. That's what we stand for, and that's what Everett Johnson stands for, without question. I'd say what probably a lot of people don't realize about Everett is he cares deeply about his family, a great family, and really, you know, he comes from a different part of the state, and it was always good to have his perspective. He's not, you know, down east, as you might say, and so Everett was always a voice of perspective in a lot of the discussions and conversations that we had as we dealt with various kinds of issues.
Everett was a fixture on the North Carolina Pork Council when I joined the board many years ago. He served as vice president, he served as president, and he was the secretary-treasurer from 2010 to 2017. If there's a job that needs to be done, Everett is willing to roll up his sleeves and do it. He is the definition of a servant leader, and he demonstrates his faith in everything that he does. When I meet a farmer from the northeast part of the state, telling them that I know Everett Johnson is an easy, quick way to gain their trust. Everett, this award is long overdue and well-deserved. Congratulations.